Without Tommy and his family, Kimmy wouldn't even be here. She'd be in Japan with the Japanese niggas.
I'm not sentimental, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Makes me wanna take a picture.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imai and this is Beat TV. Beat TV is a series on my channel where we watch an episode of a TV show. It's been mostly cartoons, but we can switch it up if you want to while I put my makeup on. But, ooh, not me hitting the microphone. But today I'm not putting my makeup on. I'm just not in the mood. It's 8 o'clock at night and I'm doing this new thing called self-discipline. I made a video on it a while back and I'm implementing it. So we are watching All Grown Up. I know I haven't done a Beat TV in a long time. I said Beat TV would slow down on my channel and it will. Don't expect this all the time. But I see you guys comment on my old Beat TV videos and how much you like them and I said let's keep her going. So this weekend I'm filming a bunch of Beat TVs and then we're gonna go back to our regularly scheduled content. We're just gonna sprinkle in some Beat TV in between our lifestyle stuff. So today we are watching All Grown Up Season 5 Episode 3. Y'all have wanted to see more episodes of Chuckie being an asshole and that's what I'm giving you today. I know you guys recommended some episodes, but I know a lot of you have not seen this one. A lot of you have not seen a lot of what's going on in Season 5 of All Grown Up. So what we're doing today, we're watching All Grown Up. The episode begins and the gang is in Chuckie's garage looking through a bunch of boxes of trash to find their Halloween costume. Phil decides he wants to be an international spy car salesman. Lil looks like she's a genie. They're just trying on some stuff and they declare this is going to be the best Halloween ever, but they do have some concerns about the 14-year-olds that prowl the neighborhood during trick-or-treating who prey on little kids. I think they're like 11 or 12, so they're not much younger. 8th graders. No, hold on. 11 is 6th grade. 14 is like 9th graders. Steal their candy. And that's what they're concerned about. But while they're in the garage, Lil moves a box and she's like, oh, what's this? And it's a little engraving on the wall that says TP plus KF. Chuckie is quickly like, Tommy Pickles and Kimmy Finster. Tommy, did you write this? I don't know how I didn't get it when I was younger because this episode was one of, you guys know, I've said it before, I used to watch these episodes on nick.com or nickelodeon.com, whatever it was called, where they sometimes had like episodes in the section, like they had like an episode section of the website. And Tommy would not have written this because what do you mean did Tommy write this? Chuckie, this is in your garage. Why would Tommy, I mean, I know y'all are over there that often, but like, why would Tommy have written this? And Tommy's like, Kimmy, can you please tell him there's no way I'd be interested in you? Kimmy is rightfully a little like, he wouldn't be interested in me. But like, damn, you ain't gotta say it like that. Like, we was raised together. We homies. Like, I know we not like that, but calm down. No way. No ever? Relax. So in the next scene, Kimmy and the gang are bowling and it's her turn to roll and she is missing every pin and she's frustrated. So of course Tommy goes over like a good friend and is like, well, you're not hitting the pins because you're not looking in the right place. You're looking at your feet. You need to be focused. And he like kind of guides her arm to like show her. And she's like, thanks. And then they're just like laughing like friends do. And Chuckie is over here like, excuse me, do y'all want to calm down? Like, they're not making out at the bowling alley. They're literally just being friends. Can everyone just calm down? Tommy confirms once again to Chuckie, like, hey, I'm not interested in her. And he's like, good, because it's against the rules to mac on your best friend's sister. At this point, are they not all best friends? Like, they're the five, 6, 7 twins. Kimmy, Chuckie, Dill, and Tommy, 6, and then Angelica and Susie. So the bunch of them. Like, y'all have been friends your whole lives. Like, why are you guys not all classified as best friends? Tommy's like, I'm not interested in her. And Chuckie's like, but I see you sweating. Like, insisting that this man isn't interested in his best friend, or in his sister. So Tommy goes to roll the ball, and the ball slips out of his fingers, and kind of causes a little disruption in the bowling alley. And he goes, that has nothing to do with me liking Kimmy. And all the kids in the bowling alley are like, Tommy likes Kimmy? Can everyone mind their business? Goddamn! Chuckie's like, see, yup, you do like my sister. On the ride home from the bowling alley, Kimmy is having to defend herself to Chuckie, like, I don't like him. There's nothing going on with us, but even if there was, not your business. Mind you, these kids are like in the 5th or 6th grade. But Kimmy insists if Tommy carved those initials, maybe it was a long time ago, and maybe doesn't mean anything now, and maybe he's embarrassed and doesn't want to own up to it. Are we catching on? The initials are in their garage. I don't know how I didn't pick it up when I was a kid. I was like, who did that? So back at home, Chuckie is sewing him and Tommy's Halloween costume, and the phone rings. And he hears his dad on the phone go, oh, hey, Tommy. And then he shouts, Kimmy, phone for you. And Chuckie's like, Oh, hell no. So Tommy actually goes to the Finster's house at night. It's dark outside. These kids are 11 years old. And he's like, you know, Kimmy, I'm so worried about him. He's acting a little crazy right now, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, if only, like he says, if only we can find a way to convince him that I'm not attracted to you. And she goes, I'll think of something. Chuckie hops out the goddamn bushes and is like, aha, secret meetings with my sister? He confronts him like, you were just with my sister. And he's like, yeah, we were talking about how insane you're acting right now. And he's like, hello, did we forget about Rachel? Like, I have a girlfriend, and if you guys don't know about Rachel, Rachel is Tommy's girlfriend that he met in Hebrew school. Maybe we did an episode on it. We did do an episode on it. We did the episode where Rachel moved away. And he's like, well, I guess you're a cheater and a backstabber. Chuckie's going so hard, and for what? And for what? Like, even if they were dating and they're 11. And Chuckie's like, I just want you to be honest with me. I've been honest with you about everything. And Chuckie's just insisting that Tommy is lying. And Tommy goes, you know, if you feel that way, maybe we shouldn't be stuck in the same Halloween costume this year. I guess they were going to be some sort of two-headed dragon thing. Like, that's what the costume looked like while it was on the sewing machine as Chuckie was making it. And Chuckie was like, let's take it a step further. Maybe we shouldn't be friends at all. Chuckie, I'm going to need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to calm down. Because let's roll back the tape. Let's remember how Tommy is the only reason you have a mom because of his dad's invention that took y'all to Paris. How about that? How about them apples? Without Tommy and his family, Kimmy wouldn't even be here. She'd be in Japan with the Japanese niggas. And this is how you want to treat your friend who's had your back through thick and thin with his little screwdriver and his diaper? Are y'all for real? I'm gonna need everyone to dial it back and relax. And let's remember who's always had your back when you were shaking and scared talking about, I can't do it, I can't do it. Who told you you could? Our mans. So let's calm down. Everyone, let's relax, okay? Talking about we don't want to be friends at all. Chill. And rightfully so. Tommy's like, are you for real? We're gonna take all our history together and flush it down the toilet? And Chuckie goes, yup. Sure am. So at lunch the next day, or whenever, you know cartoons don't do timelines, he's like, the gang is like, how could you not be best friends with Tommy? Like, you guys have always been best friends. And he goes, well, I've always been his sidekick. I'm always following around, and I don't need him anymore. I'm gonna do my own thing. And Kimmy goes, I feel like this is all my fault. Don't know how I didn't pick it up as a kid. Chuckie goes, oh no, you're just a victim in all this. Like me. The audacity on this man? What do you mean you're a victim in this? You broke up the friendship because of an assumption. And Kimmy's damn near writing it out for you that, spoiler alert, that bitch wrote it. You turn on your number one homie who's been around longer than her? I'm gonna need everyone, and by everyone I mean just Chuckie, to calm down. Okay? Okay. And if y'all can hear that, that's just the rain hitting my AC because it's storming right now. So sorry if y'all can hear that. So Lil goes, so who are you going trick-or-treating with? And I just gotta show y'all the clip because it's too funny. It's too funny.
Who are you gonna go trick-or-treating with? What do you mean? You guys, right? Lil?
So Chuckie declares that he is on the hunt for a new best friend. And as he starts to list out the qualities he wants in a new best friend, Lil goes, that kind of sounds like Tommy. And he's like, all right, we're starting from scratch. We're just going to find somebody. So during gym class on Chuckie's hunt for a new BFF, he has a list of people on his hand of who he's had made potential candidates, I guess. And one of those people is Trevor. If y'all don't remember, you don't. I don't think we did an episode on it. But Trevor is the kid who tried to steal Tommy's identity when he was a new kid at school because he didn't feel confident in being himself, so he decided to be Tommy. So he says, like, hey, I have an opening in my schedule and was wondering if you wanted to go trick-or-treating with me. And Trevor goes, you're not friends with Tommy anymore? He goes, nope. He goes, okay, cool, I'll call him. I'm gonna replace you, bitch. While Chuckie is getting rejected by everyone under the sun, literally got rejected by Fridge Kaminsky, the nerds, the German kid, everybody. He's getting rejected by everybody. And at lunchtime, in the cafeteria, the kickball squad tries to recruit Tommy, like the Young Apprentices Club, Young Businessmen of America, what do they call? I don't know, the nerds. Like, these groups are about to break out into a fight to see which one Tommy's gonna be a part of. Meanwhile, Chuckie don't got a friend in the world. You see what happens when you do clownery? The clown comes back to bite. So at the lunch line, Lil asks At the lunch line, Lil asks Chucky, like, did you have any luck finding any new friends? And he goes, no, all my first choices said no, but there's some guy that seems promising. And Lil is like, well, why not just go over there and patch stuff up with Tommy? Like, there's no way he's made some new friends that quickly. No one can make friends that quickly. And then we look, and you see everyone fighting for Tommy. Yeah. Big Tom. Period. Okay, so Tommy stumbles upon some kid playing his Game Boy or Game Boy-esque device, and anything that he says to this kid, he's getting straight up ignored. But he decides, hey, that's gonna be my new friend. So he just sits next to him. Meanwhile, here are some subplots that's going on. Plot B, Chucky's dad is really aggravated with his house getting TP'd every year, so he's making every precaution to not let that happen. And then plot C is Dill is going around trick-or-treating the day before Halloween because, whatever reason, I guess to throw people off. I don't know, but in his little subplot, they don't have candy yet, so they're just giving him money. First of all, I would say, little boy, you're confused, come back tomorrow. But also, if you don't have candy the day before Halloween, you're not planning on handing any out, because all that's left is Heath bars and Almond Joys, okay? You didn't plan on handing out nothing for Halloween. Like those little packets of pretzels, that's gonna be your house. Get your candy at least 2 weeks before. Back at the Java Lava, they're talking to Tommy. The gang is talking to Tommy about how he needs to patch things up with Chucky. And Tommy's like, yeah, I think I might, I'm starting to miss him because these people who are fawning after me, they just like the idea of me. They don't like me. And Chucky liked me and blah, blah, blah. Like stuff we should... And Chucky walks in with his new best friend that he's decided to call Pete because Pete is so stuck in his video game that he won't even look up and talk to Chucky. I don't even think he's aware that Chucky's right next to him. Maybe he thinks Chucky's following him around, which is kind of the case. And they're like, you found a new best friend? They're also sweet to Pete, though. They're all like, hi, Pete. Even though, I don't know this man's name. Tommy's like, you already found a new best friend? And he's like, well, they're pretty easy to come by. Chucky is acting it up like him and Pete are besties, and they sit at the table behind, the rest of the gang, and they're just, Chucky is just hee ha ha, and that stuff that Pete's not even saying because his head is in his video game. And Tommy goes around and goes, are you guys trick-or-treating together? And I'm just gonna put the clip.
Yes, Tommy. Pete, my new best friend, and I are going trick-or-treating together.
What? I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth. And my name is Milton.
Do you know how embarrassed I would be if this were me? I would actually go home. Actually, this is my coffee shop. Y'all need to leave. Embarrassing me in my place of business. In my daddy place of business. Get out! Kimmy suggests that since they both don't have anyone to go trick-or-treating with, they should go together. Chucky says he'd rather go alone. Why is Tommy saying he doesn't have anyone to go trick-or-treating with? What happened to the twins and Kimmy? Are we just not hanging out as a group anymore? Who are they going trick-or-treating with? So many questions. Chucky storms out. Kimmy's like, you gotta fix this. Tommy's like, no, I didn't do it, so I'm gonna go trick-or-treating with my girlfriend, and he can figure the F out himself. And I know that's right. And Kimmy's like, we gotta go do something about this because, we're getting older. Well, she didn't say they're getting older, but, this might be one of the last times we could trick-or-treat together. Y'all are getting up there, because if I saw a bunch of 9th graders at my door, okay, because they're only in, 6th grade right now. But, I feel like once you hit high school, trick-or-treating is over. I feel like, I don't know when I stopped trick-or-treating personally, but after a while, it just wasn't cool anymore, So the night of Halloween, the gang decides to trick Tommy and Chucky into getting into this costume together. Tommy thinks he's going to be in the costume with Phil. Chucky thinks he's going to be in the costume with Phil. And they get zipped up together. So Tommy, while he sees Chucky's next to him in this costume, he tears himself apart. And he's on his way out the door like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. And Kimmy blows up and she's like, y'all are dumb. It was me. I wrote the initials. And Tommy's like, you're into me? She goes 2 years ago for a second. All right, relax. Layla's like, see, doesn't it make you feel better that Tommy's not into your sister? And he goes, no, it's worse now because I flipped out on my buddy for no reason. So he takes his half of the costume and storms out of his own house. So they both decide to go trick-or-treating separately, and then the twins and Kimmy go trick-or-treating, but they're also miserable because it's not the same without Tommy and Chuckie. Tommy damn near hustles a man out of some candy. And Chuckie, the old lady whose door he knocks on, is like, "You're the Finster boy, aren't you? Why does everyone know everybody? Why?" And she invites him in, and the cats are all over him and whatever. Everyone's miserable. So on the walk home for trick-or-treating, Tommy is a little spooked. He's hearing some rustling. He's like, there's some sounds he doesn't like, and he suspects, I'm guessing, there's no dialogue, that the 14-year-old thugs are approaching and trying to steal his candy. So his walk turns into a jog, turns into a sprint, and they start sprinting behind him, talking about, "Get back here!" because they're trying to steal his candy. And he runs up to Chuckie's house. Odd, because you live right across the street. I've never been chased by 14-year-old thugs. I don't know. And he's like, "Chuckie, help me." And Chuckie answers the door, sees the thugs, and turns on his dad's new high-tech security system that he had installed. The lights come on. One of those 14-year-old thugs might be part of his costume. One of those 14-year-old thugs has a goatee and a mustache. Part of your costume, or are you grown? But I digress. Chuckie's dad comes out doing his karate moves and scares off the 14-year-old kids. They're both inside drinking hot chocolate, and Chuckie is hee-hee-ha-ha at the fact that the great Tommy Pickles was scared. And Tommy's like, "You're really enjoying this." And he goes, "Yeah, well, you're always so perfect. Like, it's kind of cool to see you a little shaken up." Tommy goes, "Perfect?" Chuckie's like, "You know, you have the girlfriend, the perfect hair, the perfect teeth, the perfect sinuses. Maybe I was just a little jealous when there was one more person who was into you." And he's like, "No, well, I'm not into your sister, so can we dead it and be friends again?" And they say yes. The other kids come in and they're like, "Well, let's go hit up some more houses now that everyone's cool and we could get some trick-or-treating done." And meanwhile, Chuckie's dad finds out the person who's been TPing his house is none other than our lesbian queen, who just happens to be married to a man right now. But we love Howie. Mrs. DeVille, Betty DeVille, my bitch, baddest bitch since the 90s. And that's the end of the episode. Chuckie, I'm gonna need you to calm down. It's not that serious. Even if he wasn't to your sister, I'd be like, "Bro, sick, join the fam." Like, why are we freaking out? Okay, like, yeah, I understand, like, dynamics change once, you know, you're dating a sibling, the friend group dates each other. If it works for y'all, it works for y'all, but I understand, like, dynamics do change, breakups, like, it may cause a rift in what y'all already have. But Chuckie didn't mention that not one time. The issue was solely that they could have liked each other, which is weird. But in the end, as usual, Chuckie needs to calm down. But yeah, in the end, everyone needs to chill out. Kimmy, you could have been honest from the beginning and avoided all of this. But as usual in cartoons, one change could have avoided everything, and then we wouldn't have an episode. So, you know, freak out, I guess. Have your fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and leave a comment below of what you want to watch next time. And I will see you on the lifestyle side of things. We're getting into our fall content. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye. Spoiler alert, that bitch wrote it.